Hey guys, I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial today on the this and that card trick. Now I know many people have a tutorial already up for this trick, but I'm just going to post one up. I know you might say cliche, but I'll post it up for my subscribers and for those of you who still may have not been introduced to this trick. So let me go ahead and show you the performance of the trick, and then I'll take you through step by step in the tutorial in the second half of this video. Now I'm walking down the street one day and a guy walks up to me and says, "Do I want to play a game?" I have three cards here, okay? And he tells me to pay attention that I have this card, and that card, okay? And he says, the game's pretty simple, okay? All I want you to do is, you're going to be following that card, okay? So I'll put that card on the bottom. You're going to say, well, obviously that card's on the bottom. I'm going to say, no, you didn't catch that. That was really this card. You say, well, if that card's not on the bottom, it must be on top, okay? And say, no, that's also this card. Now, if this card's on the top and bottom, that card has to be in the middle. You know, it's the only place. Actually, that's also this card. He said, well, that seems unfair. Now you have all three thises, you know? And I say, well, actually, I do have that card on the bottom. He says, well, wait a minute. I don't understand here. He's like, well, let me show you. I have that card on the top again, and I have that card in the middle. And he says, well, where did this cards go? You know, you just had three this cards, now you have three that cards. I just don't, it's impossible. This is very unfair. And I'm going to say, well, I'll show you that I do have this card, and I also have this card. And he says, okay, I know you're cheating because this is impossible. I don't believe in magic, and I sure don't believe you can do this. And I'm going to say, well, you're right. But just remember that in life, you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and not so much of the other. So that's the this that card trick. Very effective. Just it's sort of the same principle as the jumping Gemini card trick, which I revealed in a couple videos before this one. So check that one out as well. But let me just go through now and show you how this one is done. What you're going to need to do is you can use jokers. Make sure they're all the same. But if you don't have jokers that are all the same, use just two of the same jokers, same color jokers, and then say the same color joker with just a same joker with a different color. If you can see, I just used the other one because they don't see that to the end, so it really doesn't matter about the other. But realistically, you would want to use blank cards, but if you don't have the money to go out and buy blank cards, I'm going to show you using this way, using jokers. Or if you have 4 decks of cards, you can use all kings, you know, and just permanent marker and sharpen these, this, that, and the other. Make it pretty big, covering the whole card so they can really see this. And the order that it's going to go in is you're going to put that card on the bottom, okay? You're going to put this card on top of that card, and you're going to put the other card on top. Now to start off the trick, you're going to say the guy walks up to you and shows you 3 cards. Fan him out, let him see that there's 3 cards. Now what you're going to do here is, you can just pull the bottom off like this, and just make it, you see here, there's a little bend here that you can make with the cards, and you're just going to break it. And so what you're going to do is just do a double lift and show that I have this card, put the double lift back down, place this card, which is actually the other card, on the table. Say I have this card, which is actually the card, and then you have that card, okay, and place that on top. Now what you're going to tell them is, it's a very simple game. I want you to follow that card, okay? And what you're going to do is, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the pinky thing and do a double lift here, okay? And move both the cards to the bottom. See, I have 2 cards. You're going to move both the cards to the bottom, but making it look like just one card. Now you're going to say, now it looks like that card's on the bottom, but if you say that, you're going to be wrong, because that's actually this card. And here's the little move that you guys don't see. He says, if this card's on the bottom, then that card must be on top. But as you talk and misdirecting them, you're going to push the top card up. Let me make sure. Yeah, you're going to push the top card up. Okay, so you have this. And then take both the cards and then pull them back until you have it like this, okay? So if you can see here, you have one card here. And you're going to take off, you're going to tell them when they say that card must be on top, you're going to take off both the bottom, so you can see your card, and the top card together, making it look like just one card. So, and then you place it on top and say it has to be in the middle, and you say it's this card. Now, put it back in the middle. Now you're going to tell them, you know, I'm using 3 this cards, but I'm also using, don't forget, that card, okay? And what you're going to do is the same thing. They say that card's on the bottom, this card must be on top. You're going to push lightly the top card off, pull the middle and the top card back together until you get lined up here. Then you're going to pull the bottom and the top card off. Say I have that card. See, it's really two cards. Place it down, and also in the middle, it's that card. And the three of this cards look like they disappeared. Now, what you're going to do here is just make your routine up, but I like to say, well, what happened to the this cards if I have three of that cards, you know? It's probably impossible, but I do want to show you that I do have this card, and this card, okay? And what you're doing here is, I showed this move in a couple other of my videos. You're just holding it like this in the middle grip with the this card, and you're going to take your thumb and pull one off the top, but do it quickly so they don't see it happening, okay? Then you're going to show this card, do it quickly, have this card, okay? And it really looks like you have three of this cards. So place that card on top. Now you're ready just to finish the trick. You're going to tell them that you're going to say, well, you might think I'm cheating, but I'm really not cheating, because if you think about it, in life, you always get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and not so much of the other, okay? And when you show that at the end, okay, it's just as simple as just take them off the top. You know, you're just taking the first card off the top, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and not so much of the other, okay? And it really just throws the spectator off when they see the other card, because you haven't shown that the entire trick, and you've been ruffling through the cards many times, counting them, placing things on the bottom, and they never seen this card, and that's what really makes the trick, is having this other card pop up at the end. And it's pretty cool because you also have the little routine that you can do with it, which is pretty cool. And to practice the routine, just watch the first half of my video so you don't have the many interruptions of the tutorial. So enjoy, and thanks for watching as always.